Hello and welcome back, or well, welcome back if you've been watching the other ones. Welcome if you haven't. This is my third part to unprogrammable Shadowrun Returns playthrough. Uh, so in part two, the one that just happened, we went through a bit of a tutorial mission where we learned a bit of the history with this Sam Watts character, who's a friend who died tragically, but he had a dead man switch, so he's set it out for us to find his killer. And if we do find who it is, he's got this life insurance policy, and they'll give us a whole bunch of money. So let's hope we can figure it out and find out who killed him, and make a whole bunch of money. I have a feeling this isn't going to be um, a short mission, but maybe you turn around the corner, is that guy? Bam, done. 3-part playthrough. Anyways, let's go. Let's get back into it. Let's continue. So, ask the coroner about Sam Watts. Cool. Let's find out more about Sam Watts from this corner. I'm in the back. Cool. Let's go to the back. Employees only beyond this. I'm not an employee though. Should I go back? I guess he invited me, right? The smell of death and decomposition wash over you. Only slightly masked by the minty, fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. Cool. So it smells like crap in here. Watch, probably like more like death than anything else. Okay, so I guess this is the. There's no. Let's go. Let's talk to Dresden. Oh, he looks happy. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling the tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job," a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the little chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Jeez, well, it looks like he doesn't like corporate. I guess I'm just gonna ask him if he's the coroner. Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are? Unprogrammable. I'm here about Sam Watts. Unprogrammable. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. No one you've ever heard of. Now tell me about Sam Watts. I feel like I want to be a little polite here. I mean, I'm asking this guy to do me a bit of a favor. I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's his responsibility to tell me. Should I tell him? See, saying I'm here about Sam Watts almost makes it sound like he knows I'm coming. Saying I represent a man named Sam Watts makes a little bit more sense. Because that's more or less what I'm doing. I'm here because he sent me out on this pseudo mission to find out who killed him. And the last one like I said, I kind of want to tell him my name, so I'm gonna go with the second one. Unprogrammable. I represent Sam Watts. He frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? That's a good question. Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. Well, good retort. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. Cool. So who told you he was dead? Sam did when his heart stopped. 1,000 yen was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer, I get paid. Sweet. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. I don't really want to say I'm in it for the money, so I'm going to go with this one. Killer to justice. The dwarf raises his eyebrows in a smile, wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. He's over here. Cool. Oh, he ran right. You know what? I know he ran through me because that's usually how games do it, but I'm going to imagine he ran between my legs there because it's pretty short. Let's go over. I want to find out more about what happened to Sam. Dresden. Here's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third was downtown. Second? Who's the first? Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Yeah, Jack the Ripper, Emerald City Ripper. Sounds grisly. Emerald City Ripper? You know what? I kind of like the first one. It made me laugh. Ripper, huh? He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, a Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Jesus! That's kind of twisted. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, it is twisted. I agree with you, Dresden. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Delicious. A trophy hunter. What was it? And so, first one kind of, that's just asking what he took. Second one sounds a little creepy. Kind of sounds like, oh wow, I'm gonna forget every movie name whenever I want to. Silence of the Lambs. Sounds kind of like Silence of the Lambs. Delicious. Ugh. And then kind of sounds like this isn't news to me. I've been backstabbed before, but I've never really, like in terms of the game, but I don't think we've heard of a organ thief. So let's go with what prize did Ripper take from Sam? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. Oh, he took the liver of a heavily, or of a heavy drinker. This guy just maybe he didn't know what he was getting himself into. All right, how about the other lucky contestants? Wiz, what else? Wiz? I'm gonna go with this one. I don't understand what Wiz means. The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Oh, they're all okay. So they're all different organs. That's cool. McCluskey? McCluskey? Dresden, get out of here! Ooh, he's mean looking. Oh, so I'm here about new Ripper pick, Sam Watts. I'm gonna read this before I look at that stuff. Okay, I thought he was gonna say more. So looks like I can touch that or pick up something. So I'm gonna go pick up something first. We got your item picked up. Oh, basic med kit. Cool. All that 10 health that I gained from the last time I used it. What do we got here? Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Wow, that's kind of chilling. Ugh. Next to Sam are several plastic... wow. Slipping over words here. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Cool. Look at business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Cool. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. I'm gonna take it. Yeah. Shh, don't tell him. Oh, cool. I got 300 new yen. I don't know if that's good or if that's enough, but whatever. You slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 new yen is added to your account. Cool. So personally I wouldn't steal from anyone that's dead, but this is unprogrammable. He's different. He's down on his luck. Needs to steal a random cred stick. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Ugh. That sounds pretty gross. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terrible that we are ARG. Sorry, there's a bit of a Monty Python reference there. If anyone's seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, it's the monster of Og. Anyways, I'll read it again. Sam, I feel terrible that we are ARG. We have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Oh, so it sounds like I guess they were arguing about something, and we have been dating long or seeing long. I don't know, and she just wants to say sorry, or maybe we haven't seen each other for long. Kind of just sounds like they're in a bad place, and she just wants to apologize. Put down the evidence bag. Cool. Alright, there's nothing else for me to do in here, I don't think. Oh, I can zoom in! Oh, okay, cool. I just found out I can zoom in. Cool. Oh, zoom out, I wanna... Okay, so let's go talk to McCluskey. McCluskey. I'm gonna be bad at saying that all the time. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave after a mile away, or from a mile away, not after. I do know how to, I do know what all these words mean. I just, if you don't say them often, pronouncing them is a little difficult. Anyways, so this new Ripper Vic Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Oh, that's sad. The coroner frowned. So you insisted at the time. He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. That sounds weird. Kind of sounds like the mom might have killed herself, but it was a little, a little off. Maybe it didn't really seem like a suicide. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. Whoa, so this guy's more. He's more looking just to put someone behind the bars rather than find out who actually did it. At least that's what it sounds like. He's a bit of an ass. Okay, I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. Ew. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. Ooh, sounds kind of scary. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. Damn. You're no damn help, dwarf. That's a little harsh. That was a lot of information. I don't like this guy very much. He seems very forceful. Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You notice superhuman powers of observation. Oh man, it's like picked up on me being a bit of an asshole here. That's great. I love it. Who the hell are you? I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. I'm new in the town. You're the welcoming committee? Strength 4, so I guess I don't have strength 4. None of your business, lumpy. Oh, I kind of wish I had strength 4 now. Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. So I feel like the thing with Sam Watts's predicament is I don't think he's looking for someone to take the hit, whether it's right or not. Which I think is what McCluskey here is looking for. He just wants someone to put, behind bars so he can get that promotion. So I feel like the last one isn't it. I don't really want to work with him. He seems like an asshole, but like a different type of asshole. My guy's like more of a sarcastic asshole, but I'll have you in a pinch. This guy kind of seems like he'll push you down to stand on your body to get a little bit higher. It's a bit of an ass. So with that, I'm going to go with I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. That's right. If you ever do something, I'll knock it right out of your head. Oh, that seems mean. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Whoa. Ah, shit. You better run. You better run. Alright, let's go back to Dresden. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? Yeah, sure. I'm great at dinner parties too. I don't do friends. Well, he didn't really seem like my type. So, a bit of sarcasm. straight, straight faced, I don't do friends. Or, well, he didn't really seem like my type. You know what, let's go with the bottom one there. I don't really want to be a bit too sarcastic to him. I feel like he's had enough gruff today. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor. A job's a job, and this one pays better than most. I'm gonna bring his killer to justice. At least street justice. I'm gonna go with the top one. Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 yen a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You've honor after fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? Sweet. So it looks like I just opened up a whole bunch of conversation things for him. So let's see. On the take, who's paying? Sorry. On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? What are the organs worth these days? Who still uses scalpels? Have you ever heard of Seamstresses Union? I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? So I feel like rather than a choice, it's just like a chat. I can go through them all, so I'm gonna go with the first one. On the take. I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. Damn. What was that about McCluskey's? What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Damn. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. Oh. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. I understand where he's coming from. What are the organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore. With all that synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where bodies come from either. That sounds kind of choppy. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in the first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlives. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. Yeah, I don't blame you, bud. I don't blame you. I just need to know one thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Oh, I saw a few things pop up over here, but I didn't have time to look at them. That's fine. Okay, then I'll go do that. Do you know where the murder site is or not? So I feel like what he's doing is he's kind of like hinting, like, hey, I'll help you, just, go over there, and you'll find the answers maybe. So I feel like the bottom one, I just, his hints are going way over my head, but I feel like I understood them, so let's go with, okay then, I'll go do that. Open the morgue drawer. Cool. Where is the morgue drawer? Oh, okay, it's over there. Oh, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I opened it from like 20 feet away. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. What? That seems weird. Open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across the chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair that you've seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Oh yeah, Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. Armitage. Armitage? I'm gonna say Armitage. That sounds right. Okay, so it looks like there was a guy in there and he wasn't dead. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoo speaking above his collar. An interesting combination. So he sounds like he's like a Decker? Because the Deckers were the one who could hack into computers, and he's also a shaman. That's kind of cool. I told John to wake me up at 6 this morning. Or 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. What do I look like? A damn alarm clock? Were you just sleeping in a freezer? Freezer for dead people? I like that one. Were you just sleeping in a freezer? A freezer for dead people? Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel. And the service is just as good. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, look, yeah, that's, I guess the jack there's on his head there. Chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I've noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? The latest Ripper victim. Did you know him? I'll ask the questions. What the hell are you doing in the morgue drawer? That's fair. Looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. You know what? Let's just get right to the point. I found him, and he seems like he wants to know what's going on. So let's. I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts, and the coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Yeah, that sounds about right, Jake. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? I guess John. Yeah, John Dresden. Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam. Believe it or not, some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. That sounds like we're scratching each other's back there. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. Name's Jake, and you are... Call me unprogrammable. Still waiting for the end of your story. Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm unprogrammable. I like the last one because it sounds friendly, but maybe I don't want to be friendly, but I do want to give him my name, so I'm going to give him Call Me Unprogrammable. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota, Mrs. Kubota. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm gonna get stuck on names every time. I try to pronounce them some way. Anyways, Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. So this sounds like he threw him out of the bar, but because he was asked to by this is Mrs. Kubota. But he got jumped. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? So I guess soy calf is probably their coffee. Kind of sounds like it because he just woke up. Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You're a loud, squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit on my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. He sounds like he's a bit of a badass. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. What? Okay, if reading between the lines there a little bit, it sounds like he arrived dead last time. That seems kind of weird. You've done this before? Great, so you don't know anything about his death? Do you know anything else? You know, I kind of want to know if he's done this before. It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Oh, so far, sounds like twice, and that seems, you know, above average. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you get a free night stay. He's a joker. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Missing liver and all. Shit. It kind of sounds like he does quick. Tell you what. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader just got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. Jake eyes you up and down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. I like the sounds of that, Jake. What do you say? It's nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. I don't work for free. I fight, I get paid. In yen, not tours. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Well, I think I've referred to street justice like 2 or 3 times now. So I think that's part of my core character. At least I'm gonna say it is. So I'm gonna go with the bottom one here. I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. Been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners, whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it in Morgan one piece without packing some heat. I'm packing heat, come on. Raised a elemental from a puddle that immediately turned on me. Heels over his shoulder. Dresden, heels over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. I'm gonna start, just to go off a bit here. I'm gonna start saying their names ahead of time, unless it's, you know, they say more than one thing at once, in case you guys aren't following quite as well, or if you're, you know, you look away for a second or whatever. I don't want you to be lost in the conversation. Anyways, Jake, so you need a weapon? I do need a weapon, I guess. I had a weapon, I guess, 3 years ago, but I lost it. So let me see. Give me a pistol. I'm good with a shotgun. Happen to have an SMG with you? I like to keep my distance. Got a rifle? No guns for me. Melee's my game. Huh. I get to choose a gun. That's kind of cool. Well, a pistol didn't do me good at all. But would a shotgun? You know what? I'm going to. I like keeping some range, and I'm gonna have summons with me. The things the little shaman things I can summon. So I'm gonna keep my distance and get a rifle. AK-97. Whoa. Jake, you don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. If that's a reference to something, I don't necessarily get it. If you guys get it, I mean, feel free to leave a comment. Always, more clarity the better. So, new objective. Visit Sam's murder site. Jake, so ready for an evening out on the town? Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangers first. I'm ready. Just watch my back. Don't make me regret this. If you're buying, you know what? I want to know a little bit more about what I'm getting myself into. So, just a minute. Tell me a little bit more about these gangers. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern. But you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they get led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. Okay, so they kind of sound funny. Let's see. So I feel like each one of these is going to end the conversation. So let's go with I'm ready. I don't want to make it sound like I don't trust him right away, and I don't want to be in it just for the money, even though I'm in it for just the money. I guess Sam Watts' murder case, but let's go. I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. Thanks, Jake. Cool. We can leave whenever you're ready. Alright, sweet. So, I think that has been long enough. It's been a good episode. So that is, I'm gonna end part 3 now. So that's pretty cool. Sorry there wasn't any combat, but I'm pretty sure this game is just as heavy in plot as it is with combat. And we'll come back later for the next part. Thanks, and feel free to leave a comment. Any sort of advice or anything you guys can provide is great. As I've said, this is my first take into playthroughs and let's plays, so anything you guys can give is great. So any comments, likes, any subscriptions, all great. And you guys have a good one.